Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to That's That Podcast here on YouTube. Give me a second. I forgot to grab a drink. All right, got a book here, and this is. Excuse me there. I'm a huge Twin Peaks fan. I'm one of the people that I did not catch it with the very first episode. I'll admit that. It aired, and the season show was like, and I didn't hear David Lynch was involved in it. I caught it with the second episode. And thankfully, knew somebody in the neighborhood who happened to record the first one. So I sat down there and watched it, loved it. And after it was off the air, you got the two, kind of, neither one of them was really a full season. Well, you wanted other stuff, fill in some minutia in the storyline. And there was the Dale Cooper book, which I had for years and years and years. Got it cheap, like at Walden's Books. Probably about a year or so after the show went off the air and the movie had come out. Paid like $1, $2. It's oversized paperback. Ended up loaning it to a buddy and just never got it back before I moved. So then there's The Secret Diary of Laura Palmer, which this is like the fourth copy I've owned of this. This is I think this one's new ones. It's a 2011. Yeah. Originally published in 1990. I've had 3 copies of the 1990 one. What happened was like about 93-ish. So this book's been out about 3 years. It's supposed to be the Laura Palmer's diary that you saw in the show. It's written by Jennifer Lynch, David Lynch's daughter. I think that's her name. Well, I was in living out in Texas. Well, I wasn't even living out in Texas yet. I went out to visit and was in a used bookstore we'd found like a city over. And recognized the spine because that spine is very distinct. It looked I think it was a little bit different than this one cover, and grabbed it. And then months later found another copy. And then at a library book sale a couple years later found another. So I had 3 copies for a long time, lost all 3. Well, Twin Peaks books went out of print. That fucking Cooper book is now $60 I'm not paying. This one ends up being, because it's second printing, you can find the first ones for about $10, this for about $5 or $6. What was this? What did it cost when it came out? $14. Wow. I'll pull out my bookmark. My Fred Super Dollar. Well, it's supposed to be, Sherilyn, Laura Palmer's diary. And it starts when she's fairly young. Okay, you got a new forward by Mark Frost, one by David Lynch. Then it starts. It starts on July 22nd, 1984. She just turned 12, so she was born in 1972. And it goes, and it's just diary entries. And you get a lot of backstory. Now, there's a list in here. I probably won't find it just by flipping through it like this. But she lists every person she'd had sex with. And I remember for the longest time online, people were trying to figure out who everyone was. So she just gives letters, first and last initial. And people were trying to figure out who all of them are. And I apologize for that. I had a hangnail and ripped it. And it's been a long day. About all the cocaine. Like this. Dear Diary, Leo had company of female persuasion. They were unable to get to the door. Oh, God, money, shit. Bill will front the coat to me, or I'll pay him later away. He's coming out of the house. Talk later, L. Leo will be fair about the coat money. I hope. He's got it. It's good. He just set me up with a nose on my head, starting to sort through the middle files again and feel the blood in my veins. And constant mentions of Bob. And she's like, well, she's talking about Bob. There's a warning, and it stands for Beware of Bob. I'm trying to find that list. So it was kind of shocking. And also, you find out about the Meals on Wheels thing. I think she was, tutoring Josie Packer in English. All kinds of shit that... Yeah, see, page ripped out. All kinds of stuff. I think of Death These Days as a companion I long to meet. All kinds of shit that just... It's only ever mentioned in this, and I don't think a lot of this is even really... some of it's probably used in the 3rd season. I got to go back and watch that again, but not a lot. And it fills in some gaps in the movie and all kinds of stuff. And like I said, it's fairly inexpensive. I don't think you're going to pay over about $10 for a copy of this. Then the last page, undated. Dear Diary, I know who he is. I know exactly who and what Bob is, and I have to tell everyone. I have to tell someone and make them believe. Someone's torn pages out of my diary, pages that help me realize maybe. Pages with my poems, pages of writing, private pages. I'm so afraid of death. I'm so afraid that no one will leave me until after I've taken the seat that I fear have been saved for me in the darkness. Please don't hate me. I never meant to see the small hills in the fire. I never meant to see him or let him in. Please, diary, help me explain to everyone that I did not want what I've become. I did not want to have certain memories and realizations of him. I only did what any of us can do in any situation. My very best. Love, Laura. P.S. I'm giving you the Herald for safekeeping. I hope I see you again. I can't say sober anymore. I just can't. I have to be numb. Back in print after more than 2 decades. Okay, sorry, I heard a noise. And weird shit happens with Twin Peaks. Like, back in the day, matter of fact, it was probably around the time I found like my 3rd copy of this. I had, I had a laser disc of the Firewalk With Me film. And I ripped it to a VHS for a buddy of mine to watch it because he didn't have, of course he had laser discs. Honestly, the entire time I owned a player, up until DVD hit and people were like selling off the players and people started buying laser disc, I never, besides like one other person, ever had anybody I knew owned a laser disc player. I knew more people owned CDs, but back to this. Well, I loaned out the VHS of it, and he swears, and other people there watching swear to him too. Swear about this. He had like a big entertainment center's TV on it, and they're watching, and he had these dolls his mom would make out of like plywood and scrap cloth, like these creepy ass clown dolls. And he always had a couple sitting around on his entertainment center because he sold them for his mom on the side. They swear up and down one of the clown dolls, like, it was standing up, leaning against something, just like jumped off the top of the entertainment center. And when they put it back up there, it jumped again later. Just weird shit with Twin Peaks. I love me some Twin Peaks. I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Man, if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.